what's up? It's your boy Steve, the rookie Lake County Rideshare. Alright guys, I'm going to try to make this video as quick as I can. I just want to talk about one thing. As you see by the title, long trips, guys. And what I'm going to do is I made a video about surges, and I'm going to link it to this video as well, so you guys can check that video out if you want as well. And I want to talk about when and when not to take long rides. Because believe it or not, long rides can hurt you. You may think that taking 45-minute trips, 60-minute trips, whatever, they're good because you get that high payout, right? So the longer we go, the more we make, right? Is that true all the time? No, it's not. Because, and I'll give you an example. I had a trip from Orlando to almost Tampa one day. It was in the afternoon. I didn't get a rematch, guys. So I ate dead miles back. I'm a firm believer in maximizing your earnings, okay, by not eating miles, strategy, and knowing your market. And yeah, I screwed up by taking that trip. I get it. I had an opportunity to take somebody down to Miami last weekend. I turned the trip down. I got a little upset. I said, you know what, I should have took that trip. And then as I started thinking about it and got advice from one of my followers that I take advice from, it actually started making sense, you know, why I didn't take that trip. And I still ended up having a very successful weekend. And I did it in less time too. I didn't even put in 30 hours last week, guys, and I cleared $500. As a part-time driver, that's not too bad. But let me get back on point. So down here, and not all markets have this with Uber, trip duration. So trip duration down here where I'm at in my market will tell you the direction you're going, and it will also tell you the amount of like time. Like I say, like 22-minute trip northeast, you know, 10 minutes south or whatever. But when you don't want to, you guys got to think and strategize and know your markets. Understand, like some markets don't have the feature of which direction they're going to go, so they don't know if that's going to take them to a good or bad area. But what I will say is if you're in an area and it's surging heavily, like it was here this past weekend, we had 40,000 people in town for a convention, and it was surging at $8.25. The thumbnail that you guys see in this video was a trip I had. I think it was less than 5 minutes of my time to go 1.01 miles, and I made $10.03. $7 of that was a surge, and it actually multiplied as well. So I did about 4 or 5 of those. I saw the surge was starting to drop, and then I had an Uber Comfort come through, which was also a surge. The initial surge was only like $3, and it wound up multiplying up to $8.35, guys. So it knew, because it took me out of my area. Sorry guys, I had to punch in my gate. So it knew because it was taking my area. That's how it multiplies. And if I need to, I'll make a separate video on how surges multiply, because they do. Flat rate surges still multiply. That is a fact. But you know, if you want to eat miles, and I'm not telling you guys you have to do this. I'm just telling you what my strategy, what my thought process is, what goes into what I do as a driver. If I'm in an area where there's heavy surge, I like the short trips. I like the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minute, you know, 10 minute trips. I'll take them all day long, guys, especially when it surges, okay? And you'll see if you watch my video on surge where I broke down each trip I took and the amount of time I did it, why I'm explaining this to you, okay? For me to go 1 mile, guys, literally was about 0.50 miles there, 0.50 miles back. So half a mile each way, 1 mile, $10. I'll do those trips all day long, guys. So you got to know your market. It goes back to strategy, but I just want to make it clear that taking long trips, these 45 pluses that people jump all over, guys, that stuff can hurt you down the road. It can hurt your day. It can take you into areas where you're not going to get a rematch. If I would have took that ride from Orlando to Miami, would I have gotten a rematch? The odds are no, probably not. So know when to take a long trip. If you're working in a market that's dead and there's nothing going on and you get a nice 45 or 60-minute trip, take it. You know, I'm not telling you. If you guys are believers and you want to take your trips, I'm not telling you what to do for how you guys run your rideshare business, but I'm just saying, I'm giving you my examples and my points and my opinions on it. And it's real simple, guys. If it's surging heavily, or there's a lot going on, or there's sporting events, whatever the case might be, guys, you know, maximize your earnings by strategy. Strategy is so important in this business. You want to be successful, you want to maximize those earnings, that's how you got to do it. Sometimes you got it, and I know it hurts sometimes to have to hit decline on those 45-minute plus trips, you know. But what are you going to do if you're at an $8 surge and you're getting a bunch of short trips? You're not having to drive as far, and you still have these shorter trips where you're making more money at the end of the day. Because if you take let's just say hypothetically you take an hour trip, okay, to an area that's like the sticks, because I've done it. And then what are the chances of you getting a rematch back? Or are you going to stay down there and work the area in that market that might not be real popular for rideshare? So you have to think about those things. And unfortunately, not all markets have the direction of the trip duration. I think one of the Lyft rewards, once you hit, I believe, the silver or gold status with them, is that you will get trip direction now. I know up in Chicago, because I believe Rideshare Revolution, Gio made a video last night on this. On Uber, they don't get to see the direction. They just, get the time, per se. So they'll probably get like 22-minute trip, 45-minute, whatever it might be, but they're not getting the actual direction, where we are privileged. And that is one of the pros of Uber Pro. But yeah, guys, understand and know when and when not to take those 45-minute long trips, 60-minute long trips. I'm going to link that video where I killed it in Surge, where I broke down each trip. And that's all I got, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop a comment below, shoot me an email. And yeah, that's all I got. As always, guys, be safe, be smart, don't be stupid. Please take your advice from real rideshare drivers. Keep doing your thing and making your money. Until next time, keep Ubering, lifting, and gigging on. Later.